wabarakatuh, Peter students. How are you today? So today we come up to the week for day 1. Wow, so it's been a month, yeah, everyone. We have been enjoying our time in this academic year with me. And today we are going to review the materials for this chapter for the past 4 weeks with me, Miss Rini. Okay, do you still remember what the materials are that you have learned? Let's check this out. So we will review these topics, everyone. Number 1, we have reviewed quantifiers. This is actually the material from P2, but we will still discuss it, yeah, for FOT. Next, we are going to discuss comma, and we are going also to discuss instructional text, and the last one we are going to discuss types of sentences. Now, so remember, those 4 materials will be included in the review, in the FOT 1 next week, yeah. And also there is added material which is weekly word list. So you have also to study weekly word list, start from week 2, week 3, and week 4. Okay, the first material is about quantifiers. Yeah. The quantifiers are words that tell us the quantity or amount of something. Okay, what are the examples of quantifiers again? There are some, any, a lot of, a few, and a little. And how to use them? We have to know when and how to use them in sentences. For example, Bobby likes to add some cheese on the burger. Look at the word some. It means we don't know the exact amount of cheese that Bobby add to the burger, but it could be a little amount or a lot of amount of cheese, yeah. But some can be used both for countable and uncountable. Remember, countable and uncountable nouns. Countable are things that we can count using numbers, but uncountable are things that we cannot use for numbers. B, I don't like to add any cheese on my burger. Look at the word don't and any. Any is used for a negative sentence, everyone, and we don't know the exact amount of the cheese to be added on the burger, while the first one, some, is used for positive sentences. Okay, the third sentence. Do you want to add any cheese on your burger? Look, this question is a bit different to the previous ones. Yeah, this sentence is interrogative, is a question, and any can also be used for a question. Yeah, any is used for a question. Okay, and the fourth sentence, there are a lot of cars in the basement. A lot, yeah, a lot means a big number of things, yeah, big number of cars. Okay, next, E, I only have a few storybooks. It means small number of things. Okay, can be used for countable only. A lot also for countable. And the last sentence, we need to pour a little water. A little means, yeah, just small amount of water, and a little is used for uncountable nouns, things that we cannot use we cannot count using numbers. Okay, that's all for the quantifiers. Now we move on to comma. Okay, comma is used to identify when and where to pause within a sentence. Yeah, pause, not to stop. Okay, for example, August 17, 2021. Do you know what day is it? Okay, Indonesia's Independence Day falls on August 17, 2021. Okay, this is another example to list series of items in a sentence. For example, I need to prepare a cardboard, comma, glue, comma, balloon, comma, and paint. Yeah. Now, there are how many things here? Cardboard, glue, balloon, and paint. Yeah. So we need comma to identify how many items in the series. Next, the use of comma also for to be placed after a connective. For example, comma, first comma. Okay, this is so easy to find in an instructional text, yeah? After a connective of after that or time conjunction. Okay, after that, next, finally, we have to use a comma. When I read your writing, I can see many of you already good in writing the time conjunction, but unfortunately, there are no commas after the conjunctions. So you have to put a comma after a time conjunction in the instructional text, okay? Now, the third material for FOT1 is about instructional text. This is also a review from the material you had learned in P2. So I'm sure it's gonna be easy for you. Okay, what is an instructional text? It is a text that explains about how to make something or how to do something. Okay, what are the features of instructional text? First, there should be a title, and the title can be started with how to make blah 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 or how to do blah blah blah. For example, how to make banana pancake or how to do or how to play cardboard. Sorry, how to play leaderboard, for example. And then number two, there will be materials or ingredients. What are the difference of materials and ingredients? Materials are the tools, yeah, alat-alat. While ingredients are the, especially for recipes, yeah, bahan-bahan, okay? And next, the feature number three is the steps or the instructions from step 1 to the last step. And in instructional text, yeah, the examples of the instructions or the steps are first, comma, take the paper, next, comma, cut the paper. Now there are series of steps, yeah, from the first one on how to do it until the last one. Okay, do you notice the time conjunctions and the verbs, the bossy verbs? Yes, the time conjunctions are first and next. And pay attention, there should be a comma after the time conjunction. And there are bossy verbs too. For example, take and cut. What are bossy verbs again? Bossy verbs are words that tell you to do something. Okay, while time conjunction is words that tell you when something happens. Yeah. Okay, finally we come up to the last material. It is types of sentences. And my question is it a question? And my question is it a sentence? Let's break down the reasons. Look at the word of study. What is the word class for this word? Yes, it is a verb. It contains a verb. A sentence contains a verb. What are the next reason? Look at the very first letter in the beginning. W. Yes, a sentence starts with a capital letter. And look at the end of the sentence. There is a full stop. Yes, a sentence ends with a full stop. Okay, so there are three reasons. The first one, there is a capital letter, there is a verb, and there is a full stop. It's a sentence. Now, look at the second group of words. Why do we study at home? Is it a sentence, everyone? Look at the first letter too. It starts with a capital letter, right? And then it starts with a question word. Which one is the question word? Why? Okay, and there is a verb, study. It contains a verb. Yeah? And look at the end of the sentence, which is a question mark. Yeah? Okay. It is a question because in the beginning there is a capital letter and it starts with a question word why, and then there is a verb and it ends with a question mark. And how about this one, everyone? Close the door, please. Look, there's big kite. Okay, let's pay attention first to the words in circle, which are close and look. It starts with bossy verb. Do you remember what bossy verbs are? They are words that tell you to do something, to close and to look. And it ends with a exclamation mark at the end. So what type of sentence is it? These are commands that ask you to do something or to order you to do something. Yeah? Yes, it ends with exclamation mark. It starts with the bossy verb. I wrongly click it. Okay. Now, we study at home is a sentence. Why do we study at home is a question. And close the door, please, is a command. Okay, now let's try to rearrange the jumble of words to be more make sense for us. Walk, she's to school. Yes, she walked to school. It always starts with subject, yeah? And then verb and then agreement. Does it make sense now? Yes, now it makes sense. Okay, when is birthday is when your? Does it make sense to you? No. Okay, this is a question because it ends with a question mark. But remember, a question always starts with a question word. Which one is a question word? Yes, it's when. So we start with when is your birthday? Okay, when, and then the verb is. Okay. Last one, me follow on Instagram. What type of sentence is it? Yes, it is a comment because it ends with an exclamation mark at the end. And then remember, a command usually starts with a bossy verb. Which one is a bossy verb? Me? Yes, it follow. Yeah, it's follow. So start with follow me on Instagram. Okay, that's all, everyone, for the review of the materials for FOT1. I hope you can understand all. You can always repeat this video if you need to, and there will be also Google Slide link later on to study all the materials that we have from week 2. Okay, after this Miss Lini will discuss the word list. Bye bye. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
How to Writing, Episode 4, Revising Steps. I'm writing a book about how to grow a plant. I've written an introduction and my steps, but now I'm going to revise. When you revise, you reread your writing, you think about your writing, and you make it better. I'm going to reread each step to make sure I gave the reader enough details. Step 1. First, you should fill the pot with soil. I forgot to say what kind of tool to use. I'm going to change it to say, first, you should use a small shovel to fill your flower pot with soil. That gives the reader more details. Step 2. Next, put a few seeds into the soil. I think I need to give the reader a little more information about this. I forgot to say that you have to poke holes in the soil, and I didn't tell exactly how many seeds you need to use. I'll write, next, poke 3 or 4 holes in the soil and drop a seed in each hole. That's better. Step 3. Then sprinkle water into the pot. Wait, I didn't say to cover the seeds with soil. Oops! Then cover the seeds with soil and sprinkle water into the pot with a watering can. Finally, step 4. Last, put the pot in the sun and wait for your plant to grow. I better remind the reader that they will have to keep watering the plant so that it will grow. I'll add, don't forget to add more water when the soil gets dry. Now that I've revised my steps to make them even better, I'm ready to finish my writing. Watch episode 5 to see how I write a closing.
Okay, after you do the FOT review in the Google form, for ISHAK students, I want you to revise your instructional text that you have made last week. Very good job. Most of you have done the drafting session, and I can say that, wow, your texts are very good, yeah? It's almost complete. Now, we are going to try to revise your writing. How to revise them? Okay, first you have to reread your writing and decide whether the features are completed or not. Is there a title? Is there any materials or ingredients? And how about the steps? Have you included time conjunctions? What about the bossy verbs? Okay, now after you reread your writing, please think about your writing. Are they completed already with the features? Are the spellings correct? Do you start your sentences with capital letters? And did you end your sentences with correct punctuation marks? For example, full stop, question mark, or exclamation mark? And have you checked your spelling and punctuation mark as well, and the capital letter from the beginning to the end? What about the pictures? Have you added your pictures? Okay, please think about your writing. And the last step is make it better. How to make it better? By revising, by editing the items that you haven't included. For example, if you haven't included the title, please add title. If you haven't included the materials, so you add materials. Or time conjunctions, maybe you haven't included time conjunctions like first, next, then, after that, and finally. Okay, or maybe there are misspellings, or you haven't included full stop. Please make it better, and don't forget also to make your writing better by including more details to your steps or to the materials. For example, if you write in the materials that you need some sugar, how much sugar do you need? Is it 2 spoons of sugar? Is it 5 spoons of sugar? Yes, we need the quantifier, guys. And if you haven't included the details to your step, for example, what is the purpose to mix the eggs? Yeah, so you can add the details. All right? Okay, I think 10 to 15 minutes is enough to reread your writing, think about your writing, and make it better, make it more detailed. Okay, and please upload your revision to Google Classroom. Okay, Mr. D will check your revision. Thank you so much, Ishaq students.